I'm glad I'm also well. I had a migraine a few weeks ago. I don't get them often enough to worry about, but I do get them every now and again. And I thought I'll go on Twitter. I'll ask people on Twitter how they get rid of their migraines. Give us a cheer if you are on Twitter. I got the usual sort of expected responses, and then my favourite one came up, and it said 2 Nurofen and a wank. And it totally worked. If anything, it just pushed the throbbing down a bit. Thanks, at Boots the Chemist. About a year ago, I had a sore throat for a bit too long. I went to see my doctor. My doctor said I'm going to send it to see a specialist, an ear, nose and throat specialist. I said, OK. So off I got to see this fella, lovely fella he was. He said to me, do you suffer from acid reflux? And I said, no. And then when I got home, I realised I should have said yes, because my husband and I eat so many Rennies that we call them bathroom sweets. He said, I need to take Gaviscon after every meal. I said, after every meal, every time I've eaten, because those two are very different numbers. He said, what I'd like to do is put a camera down your throat so we can have a proper look at what we're dealing with. I said, OK. And I thought, this is a bit where he sends me away and I come back in 6 months with a new appointment. And he went, no, we can do that now. Oh, shit. You've got this contraption, metal like this and metal like this. You need to know, the main thing you need to know is that it's very rigid. None of it moves, so I had to move because it wouldn't move. And he put it down my throat and I instantly gagged. And he pulled it out. And he said, are you going to be OK with this? And I went, yes. And he put it back in. I was mortified. He said, do me a favour. The next time you think you're going to gag, do this. I said, why? He said, it stops you gagging. And I thought, noted. My husband's going to think he's been sucked off by a Geordie pensioner. Might be. No, I meant that way pensioners. I don't mean like for a present. Woman in Doris is ready for his gift now. Happy birthday to him. I've got pets. I've got 2 cats and a dog. I'll tell you about those. My cats, they don't always get on. Sometimes they kind of chase each other. Looks a little bit aggressive. So what I do to kind of break that up, to kind of distract them, is we use a laser pen. You will have seen these. So the cats will be chasing each other around, then one or both of them will become transfixed by a little red dot that has appeared on the ceiling or the walls or the floor. And it's so effective that we've started using it in our own relationship. So I'll be saying something like, all I want you to do when you finish with your wet towels is put them in the... But whenever you introduce a new cat into a household that already has a cat, there's always a bit of aggro while they work out the hierarchy, then it settles down. The day I knew our 2 were going to be OK with each other was the day that I walked into our bedroom and they were lying on the bed like that. They weren't quite spooning, but it was good enough for me. I tiny one behind them, big mama spoon's getting on. I'll be the ladle. I don't know what that means. For about 2 minutes, it was utter perfection. And then Brodie leaned over to Ripley, the little girl cat, and just started licking her arsehole. I don't think Mama Spoon's supposed to be here for this, but she was brilliant, though. She was lying with her legs shut like that. As soon as he started licking her arsehole, she went, ah, that's lovely.
Hello, it's Sarah Milliken here. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with all of my latest videos. Don't forget to like, pop a comment below, and why not stick around to watch a few more? I'm sure those emails or those dishes can wait a bit longer.